Well, welcome back. One of the things you're going to want to do with your car is be able to start it, and being able to start it with the actual key that's, on the ignition column by the steering wheel. Well, we're going to go through what I did to make this happen and some of the fun I had along the way. I may have had a minor leak. Nothing too terrible, just a minor leak during testing. All right, this is where we left it, and we'll start off from here. Well, we've come to the point where we're going to make a real car out of this. Well, we're going to make a car out of it that starts with the key, runs with the key, the fuel pump comes on, all that stuff. You don't have to hook jumper wires up and things like that. I've cut up a Chevy truck wiring harness to make the wiring harness for the back of the car. I've cut up a Toyota Celica engine wiring harness so I can plug into the original fuse box and be able to tap off the power that I need. My first order of business is going to be starter and a source for my ignition for key on. I've drug all my wires to the inside of the car, found a hole. Well, actually it's where the throttle cable used to go through. I'll put a grommet in that. That's what I'm going to use to run my wiring through. Found the starter wire, got that. I can hook that up. Source for ignition is going to be really easy. I've got all these injector wires and igniter wires, so they all have power when the key is on, so I can use any of those for that. Now I've got to go back to my wiring diagram on the table and find all the other wires I need to make all this happen. At some point in time, I'm going to want to make the gauges work. I'm going to try to use the original gauge wiring harness so I don't have to put new wires underneath the dash. We'll see how all that works out. But first, we're just going to see if we can make it run. Let's check out some wiring diagrams. I am not going to get too deep into wiring diagrams in this video. Let me just say that I've got Toyota wiring diagrams, Chevy wiring diagrams, and wiring diagrams of my own making. And as we hook up wires, we're going to want to know if it's working. So the first thing you need to do when you start to do electrical work on your car is put the fuel lines back in, I guess. Got my temporary brackets here. And it's almost like the guy that took these lines out of here knew who was going to be putting them back in, because he marked which side the lines go on. That made it a little bit easier. Well, since there's no repair manual to refer to, right about now it'd be nice if a guy had some pictures of how these lines had been routed, or maybe some video. All right, after much manipulation and rebending this line because somebody put a firewall in the way of where it used to run, I've got it in place. Got something to protect it from chafing for right now. I'm going to put some clamps on there to hold it from wiggling around. This line's going to need a 45 on it so it can clear the firewall. But all in all, I think it's going to work. Well, what we have now is wires that I've made up, wires that used to go to the car, wires that might still go to the car, and a couple of relay fuse boxes that need to be put back in to straighten this stuff up. So I'm going to stick it all back together. Hopefully once I get this stuff put back together, I can still get enough slack on it to work on the wiring as needed. Oops. I don't know if that'll go through there. Will it? Yes, it will. Maybe. That goes that way. That's actually a headlight wire. That wire needs to come around this way. Looking better already. As I get this a little more organized, it's not going to leave me with a whole lot of room to work in here, but it's going to be enough. All of this stuff used to be engine wiring harness, and that all went out through this notch right here. So that will be easy enough to work on, because that's the wires I'm going to use to hook up to other things for the most part, except for, I believe, this wire right here, which came from the ECU, which might control some of my speedometer and, or not speedometer, but tachometer and other engine type functions on the dash. Just a wild guess. so I don't know if I'm even going to need these, but they're there if I need them. All of these, I'm going to need about 3 or 4 of those wires at the most. But hey, it doesn't look confusing at all. I think the biggest thing when you're working on something like this, and also the hardest thing for me, is to just concentrate on the 1 or 2 wires that you're working with at the moment and not think about all the rest of this stuff. Because if you start thinking about all of it, like I do many times, it's just overwhelming and you just give up and call it a day. So I'm just looking for my ignition wire for right now and my start wire, which I've already located. And once I get those hooked up, we'll test it, see if it'll still start, and go from there. I've decided that these 4 wires are all going to run to my ignition. These are the wires that used to power the coils on the Celica. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, solder it in at about the right length, kind of like that. And now that we've got the start and the run wires hooked up, we'll hook up the battery, hit the key, and see if it'll make the noises it needs to make. Smell that? Well, not anybody cooking anything. Let's take a moment to go over why the garage smells like gas right now. That's why the AC had to be cut off. Doors opened up and the fans turned on. When you give your fuel pump a test, make sure you hook these 2 lines up after you've hooked everything else up. So the fuel pump's tested, no leaks, etc., etc. I've even got some temporary connections done up front. And, well, fuel pump soldered in, nice grounding point right there. Now all we got to do is hit the key and see what happens. All right, key, contact, fuel pump, starter. Maybe this will help. Got another loose ground floating around in here. Well, I'm back at the point where it's running again. All the wiring is in it. Everything works. I even got the wiring diagram out, started testing fuses before I found that ground. Now all I'm going to do is work on finding the rest of the wires I need, gauges, instruments. I'd like to have oil pressure gauge for sure. Nice to know if you got oil pressure when it's running. And then clean all this stuff up a bit, make it look decent. Well, that was a noise. I don't know if it was the one we're looking for. All right, it's alive. Now on to the next wire that I need, which I think I'm going to work on fuel gauge and oil pressure light. Oil pressure light, very important. Yeah, and somebody had the crazy idea of using the stock Toyota Celica gauges and instruments. That did not work. I will let you know more about that in the next video and what I use that seems to be working so far. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Share this video, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. All right, it's going to work this time. I'm going to get through this without tripping over what an injector is and what a wire is. I mean, anyway,